Charlie. Today is what? Oh my gosh, I cannot use one hand. Day 7! This is the new dance, you guys. This is the 7-day Banana Island dance, you guys. For breakfast, I am going to be having this. It's actually not a smoothie, it's banana water. There is more water than bananas, but there's still a decent amount of bananas. So yes, this is my banana water for breakfast. And after that, I will be drinking some more water. How do I feel? I feel really good today. I am happy that it is day 7 because yesterday I was thinking about all the foods I miss. Granted, I am on my period, and granted, I haven't been eating enough calories since yesterday, but I do feel very good and I feel very clean. So I'm not really like, even though there are foods that, you know, I think, oh, these foods are nice and I do miss them, I'm not ravenous or anything for these foods. That's a good thing. I feel very content. I know that during this process, it has opened my eyes to realize, like, now I understand what is it like to eat one type of food and to focus on that food. When you focus on one food, you feel like all those other foods are just, they're not foods at this moment. They're just other things. Right now, only bananas are foods to me. And I kind of understood what it would be like for me to be fully raw, because when you are out and you see cooked food or even other fruits, but for me right now I'm on Banana Island, but if you see cooked food, it's not food to you because you can't eat it. It's not food. And it's kind of the same way as meat to me. I have been vegan for 2 years and vegetarian for like over 13 years. So meat is not food to me. When I see meat, I don't crave meat. I don't miss meat because meat is not food to me. And that's how I kind of see cooked food in this Banana Island time. I know I'm going to go back to cooked food and to other fruits and vegetables, but right now bananas is the only food. And that's kind of how your mind changes. At least mine has. I know my first 2 Banana Islands were not like this. I think it just is a matter of time because I have been a high fruit vegan up until now, and so now I have more experience and less mental issues this time. But it was a very good growing process. But I'm not done. Today is day 7, so I will see you guys for lunch. I want to show you guys what we bought at the market for tomorrow, which is our post 7-day Banana Island. And obviously we're not going to eat all this tomorrow, but we want to stock up so that we have some whole foods and everything, not including the potatoes over here, so don't include that. All of this was $36,500, so about $36 US dollars. We have onions, potatoes, bok choy, some strawberries. We already started nibbling on the bananas and we're gonna finish that today. Tofu, cucumbers, mushrooms, yeah, and then what was this? Coconut water, and some tomatoes, spinach, lemons, red bell peppers, aloe, carrots, and we found these corn noodles, very rare find. And then these were 7,000 won, so my mouth is watering. Around $7 for these sweet potatoes. 10 kilograms. Yeah, 10 kilograms of sweet potatoes. So this is what we have so far for our post 7-day Banana Island. Yeah. Hey guys, today is the next day. I learned a lot on this Banana Island and I'm glad that I was able to share it with you and that I decided to share it with you. Right now I'm at the park, as you can tell, and I'm using my selfie stick. It's a beautiful day. It's the sun is gonna set. It's around 6:30 and it's very calm right now. Peaceful, you can hear the birds chirping. There's a lot that I want to talk to you guys about. Like I said in the beginning, things are going to come up that you're going to have to deal with, and on day 7 my blender broke. I was on my lunch break and getting ready to make a smoothie, and thankfully I had my trusty old under $20 one that I had from the beginning of the year and that I had been using for a long time, almost a year, up until I got my newer blender. So yeah, my blender stopped working, my newest blender, the good one. That was very expensive, but I'm going to take it back sometime maybe this weekend to get fixed. So yeah, my blender broke and I ended up making a smoothie in my old blender, and I had that for lunch. And then Annie and I went to Bupyeong Market. Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to film the little boy on his little bike thing, but then he fell over. So after he's telling his son to go slow. After work, Annie and I went to Bupyeong Market. It was the market you guys saw before in our, the one that we discovered was open. And we went back and we got groceries. I wanted to get some more bananas because I knew we needed something else to eat. And I just wanted to find some already ripe bananas. Bananas are so expensive right now. The prices of bananas have gone up. And it was just like bad timing for this banana island. I like to buy my bananas already ripe, so the price is lower. Because right now, 감사합니다. You too, thank you.
Where are you from?
미국 사람입니다.
아, 그래요?
네.
예, 좋은 밥 드세요.
네, 반갑습니다. So when we got to Bupyeong Market, we only found one set of baby ripe bananas. I was craving actually baby bananas, and we found one bunch that was just getting spots, so we shared that. And while we were at the market, we found this really cool Asian grocery store, or like Asian really small market. It was very small, but they had some Asian, like foreign goods, and so we got some stuff. We got some corn. Pretty much had stuff that was not Korean. They had Japanese stuff, Vietnamese stuff, some things from Thailand, and like a whole bunch of other things. And that was a really cool find. They had durian. I have never seen durian in Korea. I don't think so. Oh my gosh! I wonder if they even sell these. They're like all the way at the back of the store. Yeah. Oh. And for dinner, I had a wonderful cucumber. That was so sad. So I was pretty much like undernourished on my last 2 days of Banana Island, but I got through it. I learned a lot from it, and I'm glad we stuck with it to the end. The first thing that I ate was strawberries. We shared a box of strawberries together. They were very delicious. I was really shocked at how delicious they tasted. And then I had some grapes, and those were delicious as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful. I was fine for breakfast. I was satisfied with the fruit. And then came lunch, and that was my first cooked meal. I had rice with mixed vegetables that I made in my rice cooker early in the morning. I also baked some sweet potatoes in the morning before I left to work, and I tried that. But I was very disappointed, and the reason why is because during this Banana Island, I have been trying to but keep in mind about my salt intake and how much salt I am taking in, and to just be conscious of it. And I do want to kind of monitor it and lower the salt, but not eliminate the salt. That goes the same for oil. I want to pretty much kind of not completely eliminate oil, but lower the amount of oil I'm using and actually eliminate it more than the salt. I think salt is a little bit harder. I came to realize today on day 8 because I went to eat the rice with mixed vegetables that I cooked in my rice cooker, and I was like, I'm gonna try and see what this tastes like without salt. And it was like bland and not good, and I was like, oh yeah, no. I had some thoughts about that, was like, oh, maybe I should just do all raw, but I know that in Korea it's just too difficult to do all raw. If I was in Thailand or somewhere tropical that had abundant amounts of fruit for very cheap and just abundance, I would so do raw most of the time and some cooked food on occasion, but that's not the case. So in order for me to be able to eat rice, I need the salt. At least a little bit to, you know, be able to eat it. So I was like, you know what, I am going to eat salt, but I'm just gonna monitor it. I don't want to be obsessed about all of that because I know that I do eat healthy. There are just little minor things like salt and oil, but I can do with less oil and less salt, but not completely eliminate the salt. Ate the rice without salt first, and then I got another bowl, I got seconds, and I tried a little bit of soy sauce, and I was like, oh my gosh, just this little bit of soy sauce tastes so much better. It makes the whole food taste so much better. I am going to monitor how much I'm eating and be conscious of it and try and lower it, but not completely eliminate it, because I do like eating potatoes and rice, especially here in Korea where the fruit is very expensive. And bananas are my staple, but unfortunately the price is going up, so I am going to be eating more rice and potatoes, especially sweet potatoes, while I am here. I'm glad that this 7-day thing is over because I got tired after a while of filming my food. I already take pictures of my food for Instagram for those of you who want to follow me, but I feel like it can become such an obsessive thing to be recording your food all the time, and you know, on a 7-day basis, that's a little bit too much and can become quite obsessive. So I'm glad that's out of the way. If you guys want to see what I'm eating on a more regular basis, you can check my Instagram. I decided that I am going to be doing a separate question and answer video because this video is already getting long, so you guys can still leave comments and questions and whatever concerns you have about Banana Island, and I will be making a question and answer and tips video separate from this video, so be sure to check that out. I'm gonna try and film it on the weekend, that way I can really organize it and make it good for you guys, because I know a lot of you became interested in it after you saw my experience. So for the rest of the day, I have been eating after I came home from work. This is day 8. I have been eating potatoes. I ate a lot of potatoes and I'm going to be eating more rice today later, and we're making soup tonight. I'm ready to like put a lot of nourishment back into my body, eat a lot of vegetables. When I had my first taste of food, I was quite disappointed. During Banana Island, I had this whole idea of what food tasted like, cooked food for example, and yeah, mainly cooked food like the potatoes and the rice. And I had this whole idea of memories of what it tasted like, but when I went back to it, I was pretty disappointed, and I think it was because there was no salt on my food. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the flavor. I am feeling good. I'm better now that I had my potatoes. I did know that after those 2 days of not eating enough, I was going to be ravenous once I ate normally. And that is one big tip that I can give you right now, is to, if you're going to do Banana Island, if you're not even gonna watch my Q&A and tips video, I definitely need you guys to hear this message. Please eat enough. Because if you are coming from a standard American diet, I'm not coming from a standard American diet, but if you are coming from a standard American diet and you don't eat enough on Banana Island, when you get off, you're going to become ravenous once you get your hands on something that tastes good. You're going to be ravenous and you're going to binge. So if you're coming from Banana Island, it's good to come from being completely satisfied on bananas and then going to a healthier lifestyle. It's not supposed to be a diet where you're going from a cleanse to back to the standard American diet. I'm coming from a vegan diet, high carb, high raw, plant-based vegan diet to Banana Island. I tried my best to keep it as nourishing and calorie sufficient as possible, except for the last 2 days, which, you know, no ripe bananas. So then now I'm coming back to my vegan diet, high fruit, potatoes, starch, high fruit, high vegetables, all of that. So this is why it's different for those of you who are not used to this type of diet. If you come off of Banana Island and you're hungry like I was, you're going to binge on all the bad things, and you don't want to do that. So keep that in mind, to stock up all of your fruit and have it all available. That way you don't binge when you get off. That's why I wanted to show you guys today is what I ate, because then you see I ate potatoes, I ate rice, I'm going to be eating vegetables, I ate fruit for breakfast, I didn't binge on my first meal, I had grapes and strawberries, kept it simple. And I wanted to show you guys that so that you know that this is not a diet where you just go on Banana Island to do a cleanse and then get off and eat cheeseburgers. It's not like that. This is to reset your system and start eating healthier, and also to have some new realizations. I had so many realizations, a lot. I shared some of them with you, and I have more that I haven't shared with you. Even the salt thing, I realized how much more salt I eat now that I'm back on this lifestyle, just by eating rice without salt. I know this is long-winded, but I just want to encourage you guys to show you that this is what I was doing, and I have been eating a high banana diet for 2 years at least, and I feel good, and that is why I did Banana Island, because I knew that I would feel good after. So be sure to eat enough fruit, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave your comments and your questions, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.